Hello, everybody. This is Benny Hills back with another Modern Cube draft. I have high hopes for this one. Hopefully, we can pick up the trophy. So, yeah, I'll see you in the draft. All right, here we are. And as always, there's some good ones here. Farseek is pretty great ramp and fixing. Essence Scatter is just great interaction. Fallen Shinobi is busted. This card is just power level wise. This is definitely the strongest card. It's just so good. And then there's a Triome, which I do like quite a bit. This is maybe the best Triome. Jeskai has a great color combination and it's fetchable and just very good. So I think I'm going to narrow it down to the Shinobi or the Triome. I mean, sometimes you can just Shinobi and hit them and take their Avenger of Zendikar or whatever. But committing to two colors that early is a little bit dicey. And lands are very important. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Triome over the Shinobi, although that is very close. If we get past a great blue-black card, I'll regret this, but I think this Triome is going to be nice. Okay, another Triome. So this is red, white, black. We could take Chandra, we could take Geist, we could take Fetch Land, which can fetch the Triome. We could take Coalition Relic. I think I like taking the Relic here. I would say it's narrowed down to, in the end, Fetch Land versus Relic, but this is just really, really great fixing and ramp. It can ramp you straight to 6 mana, which I do like quite a bit. Also helps us stay open. We could still end up in 5 color, or just like Jeskai Control or Blue White. I mean, lots of different directions we could end up here. I would love a fetch line that can find this Triome, but Coalition Relic is quite good. Okay, well, there's a Chromatic Lantern if we really want to go hard on the 5 color thing, but I kind of think Golos is a little bit better of a pick here. It can find the Triome, and with Coalition Relic, that makes it a lot easier to activate this card. Yeah, I think that actually seems pretty good here. Yeah, we'll take the Golos. Sorry, Chromatic Lantern. Other good cards, Glorybringer, Grave Titan, Bone Crusher Giant. Blue doesn't look particularly open, but we'll take the Golos. Ooh. I don't think I can say no to a Dream Trawler. This card is just super, super powerful. There's not even much other competition in our colors. Hedron Archive is good. Harmonize is good. I mean, Zergo and Spectral Procession are both good in specific decks, but we're likely to be blue-white, and this card is just awesome. It's great when you're behind because it has lifelink. It's very hard to deal with. It draws you cards. Just a great card overall. Okay, so we still don't really know what we're playing. I mean, we might be Jeskai, in which case Inferno Titan would be okay. We could take Yorion, we could take City of Brass, but I think I like just taking Oblivion Ring here. We're pretty much guaranteed to be playing white at this point, and this is just a super flexible, cheap removal spell that can deal with anything. So we'll take this over City of Brass or something else. Okay, not too much for us here. There's a lot of like black and green, but Condescend is a pretty good pickup, so I'm happy to get that one. We could take Heliod and go for the combo, but I think I'd slightly rather have the Condescend. Alright, nothing here looks amazing. There's a lot of red. I mean, we could just full pivot to mono red, but I think we're off to a good enough start that I don't want to do that, so we'll just take the Restoration Angel. We could still potentially end up with Kiki combo, or else Resto is just a pretty good card. You can hold up counter magic. It's good with Golos. I think that's better. I mean, again, like, mono red is good and it does look pretty open, but I like to start enough that we have enough that I don't think I want to do that. All right, so there's a Magma Jet, but we still, I mean, we could just be blue-white at this point, so I think we should just take Timely Reinforcements. This is very good against a lot of decks. Yeah, we'll go with that. Ooh, late Essence Scatter. That's great. We could take Sacred Foundry or Chandra, but I don't really see a need to go into red right now. Blue-white looks pretty open, and I love blue-white. So we will just pick up the Essence Scatter. Second piece of counter magic. This land doesn't do too much for us. I mean, it does help us splash red if we wanted to do that. We could also take Mirran Crusader, which is just good against base black or base green decks. I'm actually going to take the Crusader. I think this card is just super, super good in the right matchup, and I think it's unlikely we need the Triome. Alright, I like a Forsaken Worldly. Without the Signets, it's less good. You can always hit Nyx Bloom Ancient. But the fact that this cycles means it's pretty good. I would main deck this. We might not end up main decking it, but we'll see. Well, Mono Red's still looking pretty open, but I think we should just take Sweltering Suns for the board. History Banale for the board. We can side into, like, Mono White, sort of. Alright, well, a lot of late picks that weren't great, but we have 9 spells that I very much want to play, so that's a pretty good place to be at the end of pack 1. We're a bit light on card draw. We don't really have much at all other than Dream Trawler, so that's a priority we're going to be looking for going into the second pack. Alright, here we are for pack 2, and we have a few options. Verdant Catacombs cannot fetch this, unfortunately, so that doesn't help our mana. Zealous Conscripts is good, and we could still end up with Kiki-Jiki, but I still think it's not good enough. Like, if we don't have the Kiki, I don't really want to splash a color for it, so I think we should just take Serum Visions. This card is just great. Smooths your draw out, helps you find lands or spells, and I also want to be playing some more blue cards, so just evening out the colors a bit helps. Dismember's another option that I should mention, but I think I'd rather have Serum Visions here. Okay, so we have Journey to Nowhere, but I think I would rather just take a Fabled Passage. I guess we could also take Pull from Tomorrow, but, well, yeah, Pull from Tomorrow would be reasonable. We don't, like I said, we don't have a ton of card draw, but we also don't have a ton of fixing, and I kind of think I'd rather have the Fabled Passage here. Sorry, Pull. It's possible that one of these 2 blue cards comes back because they are pretty similar. But either way, I do want to have fixing. It's pretty important to be able to cast your spells. So, get in here, Fabled Passage. Okay, we got some nice options here. Some red lands if we wanted to go in that direction. There's Faith's Fetters, which is a very flexible removal spell. Spell Queller is in our colors and is just good. And then there's Elspeth Conquers Death. I think I'm leaning towards the Elspeth Conquers Death here. Still, we don't have tons of great sources of card advantage. And this is really nice getting back stuff like Golos and Dream Trawler. Also, I mean, I guess we have Oblivion Ring, but this is just like a good way to deal with permanents once and for all. So pretty happy to take that, and then maybe the Spell Queller comes back around. Okay, none of this looks great for us. Maybe we just take Ral? Yeah, I actually think that seems pretty good here. I mean, we could also take Master of Waves, Pact of Negation, maybe even Martial Coup, but I think Ral is actually pretty nice here. And it's very splashable, so with Fabled Passage, Triome, and Coalition Relic, and 1 Mountain, that's 4 red sources right there, which is honestly probably enough. Okay. We should keep in mind that we would love to be able to turn on Golos. We don't really have that available right now without the Relic, but I think we should just take the Censor here. This is just a good card, cheap interaction. Cast Out's also solid, but I think Censor's a bit better. Okay, well, there's a Pestermite, but I don't really think that's where we're going at this point. I kind of think we should just take the Godless Shrine here. We could also take Conclave Tribunal or Magmatic Sinkhole, but I think I would rather just have a land that enables Golos and potentially helps with a splash. Okay, so there's a Wall of Omens, which is great with Restoration Angel. We could take a Johnny, since we are sort of splashing red. A Johnny versus Wall. Well, the Wall is nice with Resto. I think a Johnny's a bit better overall, and I do want to be playing red, and opening the Planeswalker count is pretty nice, so I think we'll just go with the Johnny here. Okay. None of this is great for us. We could just pick up an Urza as like a decent mid-range play. We could pick up a Raging Ravine as a land to tutor with Golos. That has some upside potentially. Flame Spill is an okay removal spell, but not great. Adante Vanguard isn't really for us. I think we should just take Urza. This card's just pretty good. It is awkward having things like Golos and Urza with cards like, Censor, Essence Scatter, Condescend, but I think it's still worth taking this. Okay, I'll take the late Zealous Conscript. This wheeling is a good sign for this deck being open, so we'll keep our eye out for some nice Kiki-Jiki action. Do we want this Sorin? We could play Flicker Wisp just to reset Elspeth Conquers Death. We could also pick up like a Forked Bolt. I don't think this is really Gilded Lotus deck, but I kind of like taking the Sorin here. We can just be like blue-red, splash, blue-white, splash, black-red, like mid-range Planeswalkers. I'll take the Needle Spires here. This is a good piece of fixing. None of this looks great for us. I think I'm just going to take Legion's Landing, actually, since it's pretty good. We can side it in against decks that have a lot of 1-toughness creatures. Cloudguard Ranger is pretty weak. Single actually could be good. We don't have any uses for our graveyard yet. Kaya's Guile could also potentially be good, depending on what our mana ends up looking like. I do sort of wish we had that other Triome right now. Okay. We do have Heliod, I believe. So we could take Walking Ballista and have that combo. Sunlance is a pretty weak removal spell. Would we, like, is Heliod just so bad if we don't have the Ballista is the question. I kind of think it is. And we already have plenty of win conditions, so I think I would rather just have Shambling Vent here. Yeah, I think we're going to take this over the Ballista. Even though Ballista is an infinite combo with a card in our deck, I just don't really want to play Heliod when it's such a nombo with like, or not like a specific nombo, it just doesn't really do much with most of the rest of our deck. Okay, so we have Sphinx's Rev, Gideon Jura, Tidal Sculler is okay, Sphinx is okay. I kind of think I wanted to take the Rev here, though. We didn't get the pull from tomorrow. This is just pretty good. We have, like, we're still a bit light on card draw, and this is just a great card. And then we can wheel either Gideon or Lyra, probably. Plains, Swamp, Forest. Okay. No, we should just take the Flooded Strand here. I would love Elspeth or Jace or Dissolve. Wow, lots of good stuff here. But I think Flooded Strand is just too good. Yeah, and we already have 19 spells that we really want to cast with a lot of picks left. And a lot of good top end, so we'll take Flooded Strand here. I would love to wheel one of these things, but we'll see what happens. Okay, there is a Force of Negation, but I kind of think we should take the Realm Cloaked Giant. We have no board sweepers right now, and we have decent counter magic, so I like the idea of plugging that hole a bit. Alright, there is a Sun Titan, which is okay. Winota isn't really great. I think we should just take the Windswept Heath. It can just fetch the Triome, which is good enough. Or Godless Shrine, so it can actually fetch 4 colors. Okay, I think Nicol Bolas is a little bit ambitious with a triple red, so we'll just go with Electrolyze. This is a pretty good pickup. There's a lot of white cards in this pack. But Electrolyze is just very good removal, so pretty happy to get that one. Lingering Souls, I guess, is another card that I should have mentioned. But I think Electrolyze is, A, potentially better. We're also definitely heavier red than black. And it might come back. It's more likely out of the two. Alright, I think I would rather Bloodstained Mire than Extinction Event. This can get Godless Shrine or Basic Mountain. We could also take Mana Tithe, but I just really do like having good mana, especially in a Golos deck. Oh wait, yeah, Bloodstained Mire can also just get the Triome, so that's pretty sweet. So right now we have 21 spells. Kaya's Guile is semi-sketchy, so we could cut that, but we'll see. Okay, I mean, we could go with the Rakdos' Return, but I think Nahiri is a bit better for us. We can get Dream Trawler and attack with it like immediately, which is pretty nice for the ultimate, and it's also just a great spell. So we'll take that. We have a lot of Planeswalkers now. Okay, do we just go with... I think we're just going to take the Dreadbore here. It's a little bit weird because we are very heavy blue-white, so it will be hard to cast. It's not a 2-drop, basically, in our deck. But in the late game, I think we should be able to cast that, so We'll take this. I think it's a little bit stronger than one of these weaker removal spells. I want to have answers to Planeswalkers. Okay, I think we'll just take the Stomping Ground here to have a nice green source to get. We could also go with the Kitchen Finks, but I think Timely Reinforcements does the same thing better. We also have multiple fetch lines that can get this, like Windswept Heath and Bloodstained Mire. Ooh, there was a card we really wanted from this pack, and we didn't get it back. I don't remember what it was, but we'll take the Glorybound Initiate for the board. Okay, Clifftop Retreat is a great late pickup. Very happy about that. Is this actually playable for us? I think it's better than Winota. I'm not sure we'll play it, but we could. Blessed Alliance is a great pickup. Okay, that's a decent card for the board. So, 4-color mid-range. I don't think Niv Mizzet is quite good enough. It's just pretty hard to cast. And then Forsake the Worldly, I think we can start with that in the board. So then it would be this with 17 lands. I think I feel okay about that. So we play one of each except 2 planes. Or do we want to play basic forest? No, we don't want a forest. I think we can trim a mountain for... Let's try this and see how it looks. So this would give us, for blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue. That's a little light. For white, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's more than we need, so we can trim 1 white for 1 blue probably. For red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's definitely more than we need, but I still think I want to have the 1 mountain. For black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Also more than we need. So we'll just trim this island, or this plains for another island, and I think be pretty much good to go. I think 9 blue is enough. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to play this deck. I haven't really drafted like this form of like multicolor control deck, so I'm excited to see how it goes. I think the games where we draw Coalition Relic will go much better than the games where we don't. Alright, here we are for round 1, and our hand is amazing, so we'll keep it. We have access to turn 2 Condescend or Dreadbore. Dream Trawler in the opener isn't really what we want, but it's okay. Okay, don't have a 1-drop. Nice. So this will definitely grab the Triome. Hopefully this Blessed Alliance is good. This card is going to be amazing sometimes and terrible sometimes. Okay. So we will grab this Triome. Okay, Censor's a good draw. So with Censor and Condescend, we can really control their early plays well. We do need to find 1 more land for the Nahiri. And I would rather not have to discard the Dream Trawler to the Nahiri. Ooh, just getting Forest. So almost definitely they're playing mono green. No land. Okay, we'll just untap. Plains go. I don't want to cycle Censor here because if they're missing land drops, it's very likely to be good. Okay, that seems like it's worth condescending. The Scry is sort of wasted here because we don't really know. Ooh. Okay, I think we'll take both of these. Wait. So we have white, black, red, or white, black, blue, red. So we need green. And the goal is can just find green. So yeah, we'll keep both of these. And I think I'm just going to take this opportunity to stick the Nahiri. Center shields are down for 1 turn, but I think that's okay. So we'll discard the Blessed Alliance, since we already have removal. I wish I had a blue-green land to get with the Golos, because I do want more blue mana for the Dream Trawler, but I also want green mana to use Golos. And I think green mana for Golos is a bit more important. Alright, plus Nahiri. Discard Blessed Alliance, draw the Clifftop Retreat, and pass the turn. Alright, let's see what you got. This is your turn. If they don't do something really scary this turn... Oh, they just conceded. So they knew they had to make something happen there, and they could not make something happen. So, pretty good start on the game 2. We're playing against mono green. I think Mirran Crusader seems pretty nice then. And Blessed Alliance is probably mediocre. If they're attacking, they've already they're basically gonna have mana dudes that aren't gonna be attacking, and then huge payoffs that doesn't deal with effectively. So I think that's the only change we'll make. I don't love Urza. I also don't love Timely, actually. Maybe we cut Timely for Sweltering Suns. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Double red could be tough, but we can always just cycle Sweltering Suns if we need to. Having 2 board sweepers between the Sweltering Suns and the Cast Off is really nice. This deck has pretty good counter magic. 3 cheap counter spells, a decent number of cheap removal spells, lots of nice multicolored planeswalkers, great fixing, multiple man lands. I actually think this deck is very strong. Alright, here we are for game 2. We are on the draw. Lettuce can be on the play. I mean, we think they could be on the draw too if they wanted to. We'll see. The Endgame Prestige versus Niv Mizzet, Perrin Prestige. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you like this avatar, if you'd rather me change it. I don't feel super strongly. I think this is cool. I do kind of want it to be a blue card, but I'm open to doing another one as well. Okay, great hand. Having a 6-drop isn't really what we want, but it's fine. This Bloodstained Mire, we could probably just get Godless Shrine with this, and then we'll have black, white, red, green, blue, so that's pretty sweet. This will definitely be getting the Triome usually, but in this case, when we have a black and a white card in our hand, then I think it's worth it to do this. Okay, bummer that we don't have an answer to that. I guess Ajani can be an answer to that, but it's a little slow, so this is a big turn here. Hopefully they don't stick a 3-drop that's really problematic. Like if they had the 3-mana Nissa, that would be not great for us. I guess we get Ajani to prevent it from ultimating, but hopefully they don't have anything here. Or if they do have something, hopefully it's just like more mana development and they only have 1 payoff in their hand. It looks like they did mulligan. Yeah. So if they mulligan and then have a bunch of ramp and only 1 payoff and we can just line up our Essence Scatter with that, then we can do pretty well here. Oh, they're not mono green. Okay, interesting. Well, they have a lot of mana next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5, probably 6. Godless Shrine. And we'll untap. Go. Do you want to? I'm just going to play the island. I would like this to find the Triome, and I want to be able to use Essence Scatter this turn, especially since we don't have a need for 3 mana next turn. I think that'll be a good window to get the Triome. Alright, what you got? Please have 1 big creature, no planeswalkers, and no other threats. It's a very specific request, I know, but hopefully it's granted. We have Essence Scatter this turn. We don't have a play next turn, which is unfortunate. I'll be pretty sad if we draw... Actually, yeah, it will be pretty bad if we draw Sweltering Suns, and we could have cast it, but now we can't. If we could go, like, counter your spell, untap Sweltering Suns, kill your mana, then we would be in great shape to, stick a Planeswalker in a position where it'd be hard for them to kill it, but... I still think it's... I do think we wanted to get black-white with this land for sure, and we want to have blue up this turn, so I don't really think we had a way around this. If we had an untapped blue-red source, then we could have played Flooded Strand, but our only blue-red dual land is, unfortunately, the Triome. Oh, wow. If they're just leveling that up again, that is very good for us. They have seen Condescend, they have not seen Censor, but unfortunately in this situation, they're essentially identical, so they might be, it's possible they just have a 5-drop that they don't want to jam into Condescend, so hopefully that's the case, and we can buy some free time out of this Essence Scatter. Just level this up again. No need to play a threat. Beautiful. Okay. So now they attack for 1. They might even play around Blessed Alliance, which we don't even have in our deck anymore. And then I guess we do need to decide if we would rather just play Stomping Ground tapped or fetch the Triome. it might be better just to play the Stomping Ground. No, it's probably better to get the Triome. Opponent is playing pretty slowly here. They're down around 19 minutes, and we've only spent a minute 30. But hopefully that's not your problem. All right, taking one, down to 18. Okay, Dreadbore is pretty good. I think I actually do want to just Dreadbore this Dragon Tree Speaker here. Setting them back 2 mana is pretty nice when they missed a land drop. And this also gives us a window to potentially play Ajani and minus and have it survive. The shields are down, so they could play something here, but if they didn't play anything scary with 5 mana the last turn, it's unlikely they'll play something scary for 3 mana this turn. Okay, yeah, just attacking for 1 is very, very good. They might just concede to this Ajani. We could plus to keep this tap down, but I think I'd rather just kill this now when we know that we can have our good window. So that worked out well. Now we pass back. There's their land, but they had 3 lands last turn too and didn't do anything. So now if we want to play Urza this turn, ooh, Golos, never mind. That makes our life easier. We'll play this pre-combat just in case he has something unexpected, but like I would love to be able to tap a land with Ajani, but it's probably not going to happen. So we would rather double blue with the Urza in hand. We have a few double white cards in our deck, but I still think this is better. So we play Golos. Golos is probably grabbing the Triome. I guess we could also just grab one of these manlands. That might be better. Because we already have plenty of blue and red. So and the white manlands seem pretty nice. So we can just grab Shambling Vent over Needle Spires, I think. Just have double black. And pass it back. And if we draw a land, we can just start using Golos, which should almost definitely win the game. And if we don't draw a land, we can just pass holding up Resto plus Essence Scatter. Okay, sweet. So really easy round 1. Our opponent got a little mana screwed, and we had perfect mana, so that's a good start. But yeah, very, very happy with how this is going so far, and I'll see you in round 2. All right, here we are for round 2, and unfortunately, Warren Wu has defeated us in the die roll. We rolled 1, so pretty pathetic showing on our part, but we'll more than make up for that with our game, I'm sure. Great hand, so we'll keep it. I guess it's a little land light, but we have good colored mana. We can play Triome and then get black with this to have Dreadbore available. Okay, Plains is a great draw. Man, I'm actually very, very happy with how our mana ended up with this deck. We're playing 4 colors, but it's felt like we're just pretty much perfect on mana every time. Basic Island is probably a good sign for us. They're likely on the slower side, and I think we have good grindy elements here. Is this a Jace? Everflowing Chalice, okay. Alright, I think I'm going to play Bloodstained Mire here. We can just grab a black-white land if we need. I guess there's an argument for holding on to that, but we have Golos to get whatever color we don't need out of black and, or don't have yet out of black and green, so I think that's fine. We can just fetch Godless Shrine with this unless we need to use Essence Scatter. Against Island and Swamp, Essence Scatter is less necessary, but they could definitely play like an Urza here or something. Narset. Okay, that is a little annoying. We can Dreadbore that, but it's not a great exchange for us. Eat to Extinction. Okay, well, that can deal with our Golos. We will fetch up the black-white land. And I think, as bad as it is, I think I'm just going to Dreadbore this now. Like, we could let them use it one more turn and then use Electrolyze to kill it, but then they do get a free card out of it, and they also could have a counterspell, or they could like have a way to reset this somehow. So I just don't really want to deal with that. This could be awkward if they have another Planeswalker, because now we don't have another clean answer. Uh-oh, they shocked. That is bad news. Okay, yeah, we're not looking great here. Hopefully they just minus this, but they almost definitely will plus. They definitely should plus, yeah. Well, Essence Scatter is going to be bad this game, and just in this matchup in general. I think I'm just going to fire off Electrolyze at the Teferi here. Not playing around Censor, because I would much prefer them censor this than our 5-drop next turn. Okay, Spell Pierce, sure. That's a very good trade for us. We could go for just Needle Spires to attack for 4 next turn, but I think I'd rather just go for Golos or Ral. Almost definitely Golos, actually. Alright, are they going to just plus again? Sure. They do only have 3 cards. Okay, Nahiri is a decent draw, but still we're going to start with Golos. And while I would sort of like to get another Manland, so it's between Manland and Stomping Ground here. We could get the Shambling Vent. I think I would slightly rather get the Stomping Ground. We could just get Windswept Heath. Yeah, I think I'm going to get Windswept Heath. We can fetch the Stomping Ground next turn just to thin another land out of our deck. And I don't think there's a matchup where our life total matters at all. We'll see if they go for the E2 Extinction here. We've drawn a bit more anti-creature stuff than I would like. We can cut some of the stuff like Realm Cloak Giant, bring in History of Benalia, maybe Forsake the Worldly, depending on what else we see. Maybe Niv Mizzet. Oh, Zealous Conscript would be great. I really wish we had a Teferi of our own. 4 mana? What you got? Atris, okay. Oof. So, one thing to note, they have not played land yet. Okay, wait, no. I was thinking they could just replay. They can bounce their Atris, which is annoying. I think we're going to put Sublime Epiphany. Well, let's see. I think Sublime Epiphany is the best card, so we're going to put that alone. The question is if we would rather them see the Epiphany or the Hero's Downfall. They'll probably take the face-up pile, whichever we show them. And I think I would slightly prefer them to have the Hero's Downfall, so we'll do it like this. And they'll definitely take... I would be shocked if they took the Epiphany here. Okay, yep. As we expected, so they can go Swamp. We know 2 of their 4 cards. They don't have mana for Hero's Downfall. Okay, I think that's just the play here. Well, we could... Like, we run the risk of not... No, actually, with a Nahiri, we'll be able to get value off of the last chapter of this, so we'll just do this now. They could have a counterspell, and that would be too bad. But we're going to have to jam some big threat here. I guess this doesn't play around Spell Pierce, but they already use Spell Pierce, so this should be fine. Oh, no, do they have it? Do they have a negate? Yep. Sure. Here's the key. Thanks, brother. Well, that is a real bummer that they had the negate there. So we're very, very far behind now. We needed that to resolve, because now they can bounce their Atris, replay it, get more value. They still have Hero's Downfall, so I think that negate ended our chances of winning this game, probably. And this actually seems like it's just a nightmare matchup in general, at least in game 1. They just... Their removal spells, like E2 Extinction and Hero's Downfall, are way better than our removal spells, like Realm Cloak Giant, and they have just multiple Planeswalkers, great counter magic, so this is going to be a real slog. Okay, so they bounce their Atris as we expected. I'll replay it. Hopefully this isn't a good hit. Okay, I think Sorin is definitely the best card here. So I'll put Kaya's Guile and Swamp in the face-up pile. They'll probably take this pile. They did. Play the Swamps. They're holding these and 3 unknowns. Yeah, I mean, if their last 3 cards were all lands, we would probably be slightly behind. And if they have any spells, then we're very behind. Okay, I'll cast Serum Visions, I guess. Well, these are both bad, so we'll bottom both of those. And then I'm just going to cast this. They can kill it, but we need to draw some cards. This can deal with Dream Trawler very effectively, which is annoying. Would we rather kill the Atris or plus the Ral? I think I want to kill this guy, especially since they could just Teferi bounce this again. I guess they wait. If we minus this though, in exile and in your graveyard, so they can't get us with the Kaya's Guile. So we will just do this, and it's at 2. So if they make a 1/1, they still can't kill the Ral. So bye bye, dude. Hopefully they don't realize how this works and they go for Kaya's Guile to exile our graveyard in response. So they'll go for end of turn, Hero's Downfall to Ral, almost definitely. We have fought through a lot of their potential win conditions. I mean, I guess not win conditions per se. Like, good cards, though. Their graveyard is full of really powerful cards in this matchup. How did they... Oh, yeah, they milled this with the Eat to Extinction. Okay. Bye-bye, Ral. Nice knowing you. But actually, yeah, maybe I was slightly underselling our chances. They don't really have anything going. I mean, yeah, Teferi is still out there doing annoying Teferi things, but that's okay. Uh-oh, what is this? Hopefully it's a creature. Muldrifter. Okay, that's not really the creature we wanted. They can next turn bounce their Muldrifter. Yeah, we're really not looking great here. So we draw Dream Trawler. Well, we have to wait until the Kaya's Guile is gone for that, but that will be good. I think I'm going to just play Nahiri. Well, let's see. Actually, no, we can play Coalition Relic into Nahiri. That's probably slightly better. We could have also discarded the Nahiri, or the Coalition Relic, but I think Relic is pretty decent, and we have the Essence Scatter to discard if this resolves. Man, this all really went back to the turn when they had Negate for the Elspeth Conquers Death, which like kept their Atris card advantage going. So discard this Essence Scatter, which we've had all game. Draw another counterspell that's uncastable. We still haven't seen an actual win condition, really. I mean, I guess they could just win by hitting with 2 and 3 power creatures and Sorin, I guess. But my guess is they have something like Elspeth in their deck. Hopefully they're just casting Kaya's Guile here. Exile your graveyard, make a 1/1. Four mana, so not Kaya's Guile. Repeal, bounce the Relic. Okay, that we do not care about whatsoever. So they can hit our Nahiri down to 4 and then bounce the Muldrifter and then replay it. But at that point, they really are running low on cards in library. Uh-oh, 4 mana. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, well, that's bad. That is definitely bad. Brainstorming is potentially good for us, though, because the ultimate is the part of the Jace ability that I'm most afraid of. Okay. Wow. Our opponent's deck is absolutely absurd. This is going to be very, very hard to ever beat. So hit for 2. Yep. Still can't play Trawler because of this annoying Kaya's Guile. So I will... I think... So which one of these Planeswalkers do we care about the most? Probably the Jace the Mind Sculptor. We'll see if they have the path. They do not. That is pretty sweet. Question is if we want to fetch, which will shuffle away the Nahiri, which is second from the top. Nahiri isn't an amazing draw, but it's not bad. With only 2 Teferis, they really are at risk of milling themselves. Yep, infinite card draw from the opponent. So we'll see if they go... They just plus the Teferi, okay. Okay, I think I'm just going to take a draw step here. Ooh, that's actually a very good draw. So we can cast Timely Reinforcements. And this really insulates us against the sacrifice part of Kaya's Guile. It also pressures Planeswalkers somewhat well. Now we'll cast our Relic. I was not expecting Timely to be good in this matchup, but it sort of is. They might just fire off Kaya's Guile with all the modes here, but that would not do too much. I hope it's that. If they're casting most other things, that would be worse. Cyclonic Rift. Okay, sure. I mean, that's bad, I guess. It kills the tokens. Don't really mind that losing a Coalition Relic. Another land, so they draw another card down to 8 cards in library. Yeah, I mean, their deck is definitely very well suited to outgrind us, but potentially we can run them out of win conditions. I do think Zealous Conscripts is great against them. They keep on plussing this Teferi. I don't really get that. So we draw the Nahiri, cast Coalition Relic, cast Nahiri. We'll go for exiling the Muldrifter if this resolves, but I kind of think it won't. Oh, it did. All right. Well, bye-bye, Muldrifter. Do they have Restoration Angel? They do not. Okay. So they probably have to cast Kaya's Guile here. Man, their deck is so sweet, though. Both the fairies, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Sorin, Narset is an awesome... Oh, yeah, and yeah, they just have an awesome Planeswalker package. Great removal. Their mana is a bit sketchy, but it's worked out well this game. Sublime Epiphany is just a really powerful card. Okay, they bounce our Relic, sure. Down to 6 cards in library. If they don't have a counterspell for this Dream Trawler, Trawler could just win by itself. I think I am going to crack the Flooded Strand here. I don't think we have any tap lands to get at this point. but that's okay. Hopefully they... Alright, Ashiok. Ooh. Okay. That changes things a little bit. Okay, I'm going to fetch here. So in terms of answers to the Ashiok, we have not much. We could draw Oblivion Ring or... Actually, no, we have some. We have some. We'll see what they hit. Hopefully just some lands. Okay, hitting Rev is annoying. Kai's Guile would be okay. Yeah, that's bad. That's definitely bad. 5 mana. What is this? Please not another Ashiok. Yorion. Okay. I think we're going for Realm Cloaked Giant this turn, or for Cast Off, and then Dream Trawler the turn after. We draw land. Okay, I think we're going to discard the land. We should be somewhat wary of milling ourselves, but I also think we need to draw gas. Wait, that's not a giant, right? Yeah, bird, serpent. Alright, you are being cast off, my friend. They don't have a counterspell, that's nice. Man, their deck is actually just absurd. How is Esper this open? This is like the actual perfect Esper deck. Of course. Yeah, of course they just have Sorin too. Well, the plus is actually a bit of a liability. They can kill our Nahiri, but that's not too important. If we can just stick a Dream Trawler now, maybe we can just win with that. Oh man, losing a Johnny and Sorin there is really brutal. So they're thinking if they want to use this Teferi or not. I am so jealous of their deck. I would love to have this. Okay, they do plus the Teferi. Are you kidding me? What? 5, 6, 7, 8 Planeswalkers? Jeez, this is very frustrating. Okay, well, hopefully Dream Trawler can get the... Oh, they have instant speed Thoughtseize. Are you kidding me? Oh, they don't. Okay, that's good. So we'll start with Dream Trawler. Okay, that worked. That's good. Now we just pass. So they can plus Little Ashiok to put us down to 5 cards. Attack with this, put us down to 3 cards. We're getting to the point where it's sketchy to even attack with a Dream Trawler. Hopefully they don't hit Oblivion Ring. Okay, we still have Oblivion Ring. They did get our Restoration Angel, but that's not too bad. They have 2 cards left in the library, so they make another dude, sure. We have access to Sinkhole to kill one of their Planeswalkers. We'll see if they attack with this. They probably shouldn't. They tuck their own Chalice, okay. Cast Shriekmaw, okay, so we can discard the Condescend in response. Man, all of our instances have just been dead all game. That's very frustrating. So if we can draw Oblivion Ring for this Ashiok. No, I think we're dead actually. So this will hit 2 cards, not Oblivion Ring. Oh, they did get our Oblivion Ring. Bummer. Oh, do they have Shinobi? That would be so absurd if they have Shinobi in this deck too. Okay, they don't have Shinobi. That's good. Coalition Relic, sure. Okay. So we can sinkhole targeting. I think we're probably dead either way. But we have to kill this Ashiok, I guess. And then these will kill us on the attack, so we need to somehow find a way to deal with that. Okay, Shambling Vent's not going to get the job done. So we can cast the 7/7 Realm Cloaked Giant, but that shouldn't be enough. So let's see, cast this. If they skip through their attack step, oh, but then we still just draw a last card next turn and we can't win that way. Man, I really wish we had something like a Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, there's no way we can win this, right? Man, this was so close. They have 2 cards in library. This is going to be very hard to win, though. Their deck is amazing. Yeah, it really is just obscenely good. Alright, well, you got us. Good job, opponent. On to game 2. We can improve our deck quite a bit. So definitely don't want this. I don't think we want this, even though it was passable there. I don't think we really want this. We'll definitely bring in this Eidolon. That seems incredible against them. History Benalia is good. Mirran Crusader seems solid. Zealous Conscripts is definitely good. Cloud Goat Ranger is okay. What else don't we want? Essence Scatter is probably a little bit weak. I mean, it has some targets, but they also just have Teferi. I sort of want to go lower on counter magic if possible. Kai's Guile is not really great. I feel like I'd probably rather have, I guess, just the Essence Scatter. They have like Muldrifter, Atrit. Oh, no, we don't want that. I will just play the Realm Cloak Giant, just being a 7/7. Oh, wait. No, that's one too many cards. So it just this. Yeah, I think this seems good. So we will run this. All right, we will be on the play. And this is okay. We'll keep it. So definitely grabbing Triome here with a Flooded Strand. And we have turn 3 History Benalia, which is a good way to pressure them. It will be a little bit annoying if they have turn 3 Teferi, which they probably will. But if their turn 3 plays... Oh, they could also have Negate. But we're jamming. I don't really think we accomplish much by holding on to this here. No Negate, please. Oh, do they really have it? Spell Pierce? Okay, that's bad. At least we have Dreadbore for their Teferi if they have it. Although, would we rather play Dreadbore or Magmatic Sinkhole? Oh, they only have black mana. Muldrifter, alright. Well, hopefully we draw like a 4-mana Planeswalker, either Nahiri or Ajani here. Okay, we did not. We'll play this just to have extra delve for the Sinkhole. Pass it back. Fabled Passage will probably get red. We have double blue. Sure, are they going to minus to make a dude? Yes. I think I'm just going to Magmatic Sinkhole that. So we'll grab red, cast the Sinkhole here. Untap, and then slam Ral. Now, we sort of do want land for Sorin, but I'll probably take a good spell over it. Yeah, I'll definitely take Elspeth Conquers Death here. So we have double white, double black, double red, double blue. No green, but if the only reason we need green is for Golos, and so Golos can find us the Stomping Ground. Do they have Teferi here? Could also just be Hero's Downfall. Okay, that's fine. So now we want to draw land. That is good too. So we'll play Urza. They cannot negate it. And then we can tap the token to play Serum Visions. Condescend. Okay, I think we want both of these, but the island first. Oh, well, yeah, no, we do want this. We could have bottomed the island and then just banked on the construct making us the 6th mana for the Sorin, but if they kill either the Sorin or the Urza, then that wouldn't work, and I really do want to be able to cast this Sorin, so I think it's worth it to keep the island here. Time is a bit of a factor for our opponent, too. We have a massive time advantage. Okay, so they kill our Urza. Good thing we kept the island. I'm still not too worried about that, though. That's fine. And now we'll see if they leave up negate mana. No, they're tapping out of negate. So is this Teferi? Sure, Teferi killed its construct. Annoying, but acceptable. Now we can play Sorin and -1 to kill the Teferi. Actually, I think I would rather just -2 to kill the vampire. This keeps our Sorin's loyalty higher. And then next turn we can just kill the Teferi. I guess worst case scenario, they play Big Teferi and tuck our Sorin. But then we can just play Elspeth Conquers Death to take out the Big Teferi. Four mana, eat to extinction on the Sorin. Okay, Coalition Relic is not scary. Please don't have Teferi. Just plus and pass. Come on, please. Or you could have Jace the Mind Sculptor. That's fine. Or Narset. That's also fine. Just not Big Teferi. Oh, come on. No. Oh, Bribery. So that can get Golos or Dream Trawler. Yeah, that's bad. That is very bad. Dream Trawler. Oh, whoa. Okay. I would have thought they would get Dream Trawler there. I mean, they can kill their Sorin now, I guess. They can kill our Sorin, but I still think that's fine. We can just play Elspeth Conquers Death and take out. It's pretty close. I wish this said another target. It can target itself, so they can just -4 Sorin on itself. Otherwise, they would have to kill one of their. Oh, they killed the Zealous Conscripts. Okay, that was not the best line from our opponent. I think we're just gonna go land and let's see. We could Dreadbore and then hold up Condescend for 4, or just play Elspeth Conquers Death. I think I like just playing Elspeth Conquers Death because we're unlikely to be able to get a good Dreadbore here, but just having this down on the battlefield is really good. Now, the onus is on them to make something happen. Whereas if we just play Dreadbore and hold up Condescend, if they just pass, then it's sort of just tied. We just keep on playing Drago. Okay, Jace the Mind Sculptor. We have Dreadbore for that. They do get 1 Brainstorm, but that's okay. I'm just going to fetch Stomping Ground here end of turn. Please pay 4 mana. Tap this last land. Nice. Okay, that's great. So we are going to have to fetch Shock here, but that's... Oh, well, definitely have to fetch Shock, but that's okay. We also get Scry, which is nice. So counter unless you pay 1. Don't want either of these. Alright, good draw. Eidolon. That's not very good, but it's okay. So we'll Dreadbore here. And cast this. And then we need to decide which card to get back. Probably Sorin. But it depends slightly on what they do. This is a lot of mana. What are they casting? Oh, Kai's Guile. Oh. That's annoying. That takes out our graveyard, so we can't do anything with the Elspeth Conquers Death. Now we're basically just a parity, but they have a lot more life in a 1/1. And we drew land, so that is bad. Well, alright, we're behind, but we have a lot of great draws. So we take one. Alright, come on, deck. Give us the goods. We're holding this for Nahiri. Well, do we win this race? Yeah, we do, but it's not how I want to be playing this game, so hopefully we can have some draws that aren't lands. Okay, that's... yeah, that's actually very bad. They can just leave this back. Okay, they got a board sweeper. That's actually not too scary. So they'll leave this back so they can defend the... Oh, man. Okay, well, since we do have Sphinx's Rev in the deck still, I am going to play one of these lands. I guess we probably should have... Yeah, we definitely should have waited until after attacking in case they bounced our Needle Spires. So they block there. Now they get to use Narset again, but we're very, very behind. I don't think we can win because this is just so likely to find them another Planeswalker this time. We got lucky that it was such a whiff on the first time. Sorin, yeah, that will probably end the game. Man, we had so many answers to Planeswalkers. This game really just slipped away. We were in a very good position. Oh, Ashiok, yeah, that's going to end the game. Like, Dream Trawler would have... Oh, they're not playing it. That's interesting. Well... We'll animate this. Maybe that was dumb, actually. Well, let's see. I guess we'll just play the land to play around potential counter magic here and play Oblivion Ring. But this was poor sequencing, definitely. Is this going to resolve? They don't have mana for Sublime Epiphany. They do have Negate, though. So we will attack the Sorin. And they can get their Ashiok down. But the Needle Spires should be able to take out the Sorin this turn. So there's the Ashiok. What do they hit? Please just hit some lands. Oh, that's really rough. Cloudgoat Ranger, Golos, and a land. Come on. We just rip a bunch of lands and then they hit those. That's annoying. Oh, man. Do they have another Sorin, too? Hopefully they just play Everflowing Chalice. Okay. Okay. So we'll go for the Sorin here. Well, we can fizzle that. We're still probably dead. We can fizzle this, then they can sweep our board to kill the resto. And then this is going to plus to 5, so it's out of range of our Needle Spires. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. They hit Cyclonic Rift. Oh, wait. Are you serious? They hit Mirrored Crusader, Nahiri, and Sphinx's Rev? Wow, this Ashiok has really been taking our good cards. I don't think we have any more answers to Planeswalkers in our deck. Well, I guess we will Electrolyze, shoot these each for 1. White, red, 2 mana, animate, hit the Sorin. But then the Ashiok can just put us down to 3 cards in library, and I don't think we have any other answers that will do it. See, we have a Dream Trawler as one of our last couple cards. There's an Ashiok. Yeah, I mean, that should definitely do it, because this attack will now mill us out next turn. Man, the opponent's also, it's game 2 and they're so close to running out of time. If I was just trying to like, okay, they hit our Dream Trawler. Let's see what we draw. A Johnny Vengeant. Okay, so we can go red, white, 2 mana, a Johnny. Shoot this guy. Animate this and swing at the Ashiok. But then assuming, like, our only out is for them to accidentally click through their Ashiok activation, but I really don't think they will. Alright, yep, those last 2 cards that we scryed at the bottom so long ago. Man, that is a bummer. We were so far ahead in that game. It was just an empty board, but we had Elspeth Conquers Death, but then Kaya's Guile really messed us up, so that's frustrating. Yeah, our opponent's deck was much better than ours. That was, like, just so obscene. I don't really get how you could ever have a deck that stacked, but we still put up a good fight. Almost got there. Couldn't quite pull it off, but we'll get the 2-1 now. I'm not too worried about that, so I'll see you in round 3. Hello, everyone. Here we are for round 3. Lost the die roll again. We've been doing very, very poorly in those. We'll keep. We don't have any untapped land, which is a little bit annoying. We also are just light on lands in general, but hopefully we can draw 1 in our first 2 draw steps. Another green deck, huh? Alright. Well, that's good against most green decks, but we really do need lands first. Green, red. Land. Well, that's probably our best non-land to draw, but it is still annoying. Well, so we've had 2 draw steps, the draw of the Serum Visions, and we scryed 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looks, and we have not hit a land, and each one of those looks was basically 50-50. So the odds of that are 1 in 32 for us to have not hit a land by now. That's a little annoying. Magma Jet our face, okay. If we miss the land drop again, I think I will just cycle the Censor very unhappily, but I really do hope we can hit it here. Okay, that is not scary at all. I mean, they'll get it back at some point. That'll be a little bit annoying, but it'll probably be a while, and then we still have, like, multiple answers to it. Land. Rough. Cycle. Land. Our 7th look. We're now at 1 in 64 odds of not having hit the land. It would be 1 in 128, roughly, that we still miss. And that happens. Wow. That is extremely frustrating. Okay, well, I guess we'll discard Sorin. That is actually unbelievable. Literally 1 in 128 odds. Probably in practice closer to 1 in 115 because the first couple draws were under 50%, but now they're well over 50%. Like, we have 15 lands in our next 26 cards. Alright, finally. That's painful that we had to discard a card to hand size already, but at least we can stem the bleeding now. Also, not only were we drawing spells, but, like, we have just mono 5 and 6 drops now. So, that's pretty frustrating. They did not exile anything in a turn. That's good for us. I mean, marginally good. Opt, resolves. I would love to be able to condescend something just to guarantee the next land. Okay, yeah, we'll condescend this. Give us those lands, deck. Alright, well, bottom, top. We need 1 more land before we can really start going off. Play that tapped and pass it back. The thing that's so frustrating about this situation is now we're going to get to the mid-game and just only draw lands because we've, like, all our spells are already gone. Well, alright. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell for this. Okay, that is definitely fine. They probably wouldn't do that unless they were going to let this resolve. Sure, exile those 2 cards. Nice. Alright. Bye-bye, Skoos. Okay, Bolt there's fine. But we do really need to hit this land. Come on, deck. Land. Nice. Okay. So, I think we're just going to go with Ral here. This can find us another land, so we have Trawler next turn. They're getting close to Uro mana, but they're not there yet. Or Uro cards in graveyard. Plus, well, found the lands. What is this? Fact or fiction? Shark Typhoon for 2. Okay. Fine by me. They can play Uro here, but then we can just play Elspeth Conquers Death. They'll likely attack our Ral for 2, and then we can minus the Ral to kill this, and it'll stay alive at 1. Inferno Titan? Well, I guess we're playing Realmcloak Giant then. We can still keep our Ral alive, so that is nice. Oh, wait! Oof. This is a Giant, so we actually can't play Realmcloak Giant. That's sort of funny, and very bad. Okay, so we plus... Well... I think we're just getting planes to preserve our life total. So we can go land, and then... I think just Elspeth Conquers Death. We can't exile the Uro then, but we can just Oblivion Ring it or something. It is sad that we're going to lose the Ral, but he's put in some work. And we also can just get him back too soon. If he doesn't cast Uro this turn, we have Essence Scatter for it, but I think that's unlikely. Nissa. That's bad. His opponent can... Hopefully they minus to make it to get a 4/4. And then play Uro. Oh wait, that's a Giant too. Are you kidding me? Oh, and they have a Wormcoil on top? Okay, yeah, this is quickly deteriorating. Although, Dream Trawler will be good. Okay, so... Do we just jam the Trawler or hold up Essence Scatter? That's the question. We could play Golos and hold up Essence Scatter. Golos can hold down the fort fairly well. But I think the upside, I think Trawler is just too good. I think we should just do that. Essence Scatter has been pretty awkward this game, but that's alright. Although, Uro is really good. And we don't have great answers to it. I don't really want to Oblivion Ring the Uro. Maybe we just go... Yeah, I think I actually am just going to go Golos and hold up Essence Scatter. So we will grab Stomping Ground, tapped. And pass the turn. Golos is unfortunately not a giant. Man, it actually is pretty funny that they have, like, the two main creatures we want to deal with are both giants. Basically, people think of this as just destroy all creatures, because 90% of the time that's what it is, but not 100%. If they don't deal with the Golos, we can just activate it, and that seems pretty nice. Are they just passing? Oh, no, okay. So they'll play Uro now. I thought. Maybe not. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, we'll just we'll Essence Scatter that. Okay, so rebuy. Ral is probably better than Nahiri. Our hand is good. Put an extra loyalty on it. Yeah, I think I am just gonna use Golos here. We'll see what we hit. It is a little bit sad that Ral can't deal damage to Planeswalkers. Hopefully we hit Electrolyze so we can clear both of these tokens and then hit one of these for 2 or for 3. We do need to be somewhat cognizant of milling ourselves, since our main win condition here is Dream Trawler, and that makes you draw a lot of cards. And this is not a May ability, so you have to draw a card when it attacks, similarly to Uro. Just like the last opponent, this opponent is playing very slowly. This could it could potentially cost them. So land, Urza. This Kaya's Guile is actually really nice. So we can just cast this with 3 modes. 1, 2, 3. And that gets rid of their Uro. So in general, you want to just cast Uro when you can. I think it was a pretty big misplay on our opponent's part to play Wurmcoil instead there. And now we have to decide if we would rather go for the ultimate with Ral or just minus to kill the shark. We can chump block their shark with the 1/1. And if we can ultimate this, that would be next turn, right? Oh, it's -8. Never mind then. We'll just kill this then. And then attack at Nissa. This Nissa, I believe. For 3. They'll probably chump block either way. Oh, whoa, they just take it. Interesting. Oh, no, okay. Alright, so opponent's turn. We have a dominating board presence and a Planeswalker, but they have 2 Planeswalkers. Our hand is stacked. We have a lot of mana. We have a manland. I think we're ahead, but it is close. Okay, that's good. They can steal our Ral and then kill off their Ral. How many instances do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is enough to kill the Urza. Not enough to kill the Golos. Smuggler's Copter. That's a weird card for them to be playing. Flame Slash the Golos. Okay, that was a misplay. They should have Flame Slashed the Urza, and then they could just use Ral to kill the Golos. So now we just have an Urza in play when we don't need to. They play the Copter. Sure. No attacks. All right. This is a -7. We really can't allow that to happen. I think what we're going to do is play land. We have 6 mana, so we could just go. I think actually no. I think we should get a Johnny down. So blue. Yeah, we should have enough for this. So a Johnny, and we're gonna just kill the Zealous here. Is that right? Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna kill the Zealous. And then cast this. And pass. They can just crew the. Oh no, they can't crew the copter actually. That's sort of funny. So I guess we just attack with everything at this Nissa. No, we'll go everything at this Nissa, and then plan on just killing this Nissa with Oblivion Ring next turn. And opponent has no cards, so they have to top deck something to change this dramatically. Sure, chump block one of the construct. That is a little questionable because now they can't crew the copter very easily. All right, opponent pluses the Nissa. We will see what they hit. It is Friction Revoker. Okay, well, that's a little bit annoying. Worst case scenario is they also drew a removal spell and they can kill the Trawler, but I don't think that'll be the case. Okay, that was a misplay. They should not have played the Solemn first. There's actually a chance we would want to. Actually, no, I was going to say we might want to discard a card in response to them playing Revoker, but I don't think that's actually right. So, Revoker comes down. We'll see what they name. Probably a Johnny. Yep, a Johnny down. Okay. They make another plant. Yep. So, we are going to attack Nissa. Does this get any lands left? Oh yeah, I think there's one. Oh no, I think Bloodstained Mire has no targets left. So we will send this at Nissa. This Nissa. Do we want to make any other attacks? I don't think so. If they want to crew and chump, they can. Electrolyze was a great draw to clear these up. So I think this turn we should be able to deal with most of their board and both of their planeswalkers. And then we have a pretty beefy board. We should be pretty much good to go from there. So we'll go to blocks. Man, opponent E is really going slow. They're going to have a hard time finishing this match. So we will just cast Electrolyze, shoot both of these for 1. I just want to be able to use a Johnny again. I guess we probably should have done that. Yeah, we should have just gained 1 more life. That was a slight misplay, but very marginal. So now we Oblivion Ring, take your Nissa. Play land, plus this to keep a land tap down, doesn't really matter. And we'll pass it back. If they go for Smuggler's Copter killing our Johnny, we can blow them out with a Resto. Well, they drew a 6-drop. Primeval Titan. Okay, wow. They actually have 3 different major giants. So we might just have to cut this card. It's like a one-sided board wipe that only wraths us. Alright, will they go for the copter attack? They will. That is great for us. So they attack. First, we'll let them loot if they want to. They definitely shouldn't. Okay, they didn't. So we cast this, get an extra Urza construct, and then eat the Smuggler's Copter. They honestly, yeah, they should concede to this. Like, it's pretty much over, and given how far behind on time they already are, I think that's definitely the right call. So playing against, like, Naya mid-range, basically, or Teamer mid-range. This should probably just be in the deck, honestly. None of these other cards look great. I think I actually am going to cut this. Do we want to make any other changes? No, this all looks good to me. We'll run it like this. Kai's Guiles making them sacrifice is bad against the 3-mana Nissa, but it's good against a lot of the rest of their deck. Alright, here we are for game 2 against Kof JJ, or Kof J. Opponent's still being slow here, deciding to play or draw, but they do elect to play first. And we will elect to keep this hand. It's a little slow, but Electrolyze is great. I mean, we have a 3-drop and a 4-drop. Dream Trawler is just an amazing card in the matchup. Good mana, so we'll see. Kai's Guile and Electrolyze, first of all, it's sort of funny because they're enemy guilds, and the fact that we're playing both in the same deck, it shows that either we're crazy or we have great mana. But they're also very good together because Electrolyze can clean up small creatures and then Kai's Guile can handle the big ones. Do they have Nissa? They have Jadelight Ranger. Okay. They reveal Nissa. And I imagine they just keep that on top. Okay, so I think we're just going to Kai's Guile to kill this. And I'm just going to fire it off now. So, do we want, let's see, do we want double black or double red? Probably double red. I think I am just going to take the Stomping Ground here. And play this. Create a 1/1 and target player sacrifices a creature. Or each opponent. Man, great mana here with these 3 lands. So next turn, opponent can play... Oh, wait. Okay, I didn't realize they revealed a Scalding Tarn first. That's pretty annoying. So both Jadelight and Nissa are going to get them a free land, so they're getting some nice value from that, but that's alright. So really hoping that we can draw a land in our next 2 draws. Alright, opponent is cracking the Scalding Tarn that we knew about. That makes it look like they have a 4-drop instead. We will see. Solemn, okay, well, that's a little bit annoying. We really, really need to hit a land here. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so play land. It's very close between Urza and Nahiri, and I think Urza's a bit stronger because it gives us the potential of playing Elspeth Conquers Death next turn. I mean, a Dream Trawler next turn. If they have a ramp spell that puts a land into play, they could potentially flip Nissa immediately, which would be annoying, but if we have a Dream Trawler down, that's okay. Radha, okay. Don't care too much about that. I'm happy we used the Kai's Guile when we did. Okay, Uro, sure. Land. Beautiful. Okay, so we will just cast the Dream Trawler. Boom. Trawling time. And we'll hit for 1 in the air just because we can. And now we should be pretty much good to go. I don't think they can beat a Dream Trawler. Also, a misplay there. They should have definitely just played Nissa and then flipped Nissa. And they probably also should have cycled this land, so that was definitely questionable. Okay, that can happen, sure. I mean, we can't really do anything about that, but I don't care too much. Okay, yeah, we'll just take this. They can pump it up a lot, and then we take a lot of damage, but that's okay. I still think we can race it. And so you can pay 6 to give this plus XX, so that would give it plus 8 power, and it would be an 11 power creature and kill our Dream Trawler. 6 mana. Wurmcoil, okay. So we'll probably be Elspeth Conquers Deathing that. Okay, that was actually a great draw. So we will go to combat, attack with both of these. Draw a card. So they take 6, and now we are just going to play this here. We can go for Nahiri on the Radha next turn, probably. So bye-bye, Wurmcoil Engine. Needle Spires and pass. And now, I mean, we're getting close to just killing them. Even if, I mean, they can play Nissa and flip it or whatever, do their things, but we have at least 6 damage in the air. We can also play Electrolyze, which will draw us another card, so then we would have 7 damage in the air. They would take 2. So yeah, actually we have lethal just from our hand. We can play Nahiri, draw a card, Electrolyze, draw a card, giving this 2 extra triggers, so this deals 7, and then, wait. Oh no, we would be 1 mana shy. I think we'll take this. If we were worried about our life total, we could have chump blocked this, but like they don't really have, they can't afford to just spend their whole turn pumping the Radha here. Okay, Outpost Siege is pretty bad for them. Like it just doesn't do that much in this situation. I'll be interested to see which mode they choose. Cons, okay, that's the normal mode. Okay, that will just win the game then. So we can go Electrolyze your face, a Johnny, and kill you. So there's non-creature spells cost 2 more, so that shuts down any interaction they could have. We will grab basic planes. Again, it's very frustrating to me. Like, opponent has less than 5 minutes. How could they ever win this match? I don't know if they're double queuing or if they have bad internet or if they're just very slow, but don't play like that. I mean, it's annoying for your opponent and it's like very, very bad for your win percentage, but either way, we will be able to win before they time out, so that's fun. And secure the 2-1, not the best result ever, but definitely not bad. That one opponent that beat us just had a truly, truly absurd deck. So red, whatever. Blue. Draw an extra card. Attack you, and might as well just hit the Nissa for good measure. All right, sweet. So we got there. 2-1. Good deck. Definitely good deck. Not like super busted. It just like it didn't have the top end really that we needed. Like if this deck had like Teferi or Jace the Mind Sculptor or both Teferis and Jace the Mind Sculptor, like that second deck, then this could really be over the top. It had a lot of good Planeswalkers, but the Planeswalkers were like solidly tier 2, which is what made this deck not a 10 out of 10, but still very strong. Dream Trawler was great. Realmcloak Giant was surprisingly bad because of how many giants there were, but still fine. Yeah, I really enjoyed the mana of this deck a lot. It was sort of fun making it all work, and we never really had any trouble, so that was pretty great. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.